Greatest prize in sport, to become world champion. Today, the World Cup starts in Great Britain. This week, 12 countries will compete for the right to call themselves world champions. "12 countries. One trophy, 1 week to decide the Speedway World Cup."
And they're still queuing to see the opening round of the Speedway World Cup here in Sheffield. Tonight, Team Great Britain take on the defending champions Australia, along with Germany and the Czech Republic.
Keep the same helmet colours throughout the meeting. They will, of course, adjust in gate positions, and that can change as the meeting goes on. A big circuit here at Sheffield, a crowd around 5,000 set to enjoy a tremendous meeting and hope the rain will hold off. Our referee tonight, Mick Bates, who comes from Milden Hall. Our star marshal there, Luke Charles, away they go on the inside. A great start by Alice Dribble in white. In blue for Britain, second place is Mark Laram. Back in third place, red Jason Lance. Trailer for the back in yellow for Germany is Kruger, but they're stretching out now, and a surprise leader is Alice Dribble, but the chase is on for Mark Laram.
Yeah, super start from the gates, inside gate there, but Mark Laram putting a lot of pressure under Alice Dribble, but the inside start certainly seemed to be working very well in the first heat here.
Yes, a tremendous start by Alice Dribble going from gate number 1. Mark Laram in the blue helmet colours from gate 2, looking back at the moment with half the race gone. Laram perhaps settling for second place. Dribble looking perfect out front. Way at the back, the German Matthias Kruger has pulled up and out, but down that back straight they go. A lap and a quarter to go in the white helmet colour for the Czech Republic is Alice Dribble. Mark Laram's not going to catch him now, going in second place in the blue helmet colour. Back in red, Jason Lance. Australia won't like this. Remember, it's 3 points for the heat winner, 2 for the second place man, 1 for the third. That's how it'll continue throughout the night. And the first lot of 3 points are going to go to the Czech Republic. Could they spring a surprise? Mark Laram in second place in blue. In red, Jason Lance for Races for Coventry goes to the outside, and that clock counting down, but Gary Havelock is up there on his second machine, and things not quite right, rushing from a wedding and racing here this morning, Kelvin.
Yeah, that's right. It's put him under a lot of pressure, and it was obviously a lot of quick phone calls to get everything together to make sure he could get here, but here he is. He knows this place very well.
Jason Crump looking on there, just seeing what the track's like, and we see Jason Crump out in the next race.
I do predict early on that the inside starts will be favourite. I think the outside won't work until a little bit later on in the meeting.
Well, that's where Gary Havelock's going from here with the blue helmet colours. Away they go. Gary Havelock gets a good start, but a great ride by Lee Adams, trying to pick up grip. Havelock though takes him wide, and a good ride by Gary Havelock ahead of the Australian Lee Adams in red. Back in third place in yellow, Robert Barth for Germany. Thomas Topinka looks to be struggling in the back for the Czech Republic, but Gary Havelock, a captain's ride here, and he's heading Lee Adams. Adams, of course, races for Oxford. Havelock for Paul in the British League, and Havelock doing his team justice.
Super first lap there from Gary, making full advantage of gate 1, as we saw Alice Dribble did in heat 1. Lee Adams trying very hard to get up on this back wheel, but so far the track is a little bit greasy, and all the riders are just taking it just a little bit careful at the moment.
Yes, 2 races here, because the back 2, Robert Barth is heading the man at the back, Thomas Topinka of the Czech Republic. The front 2 are racing, but Gary Havelock with a lap to go shows the class, and this is what the Brits want to see here, with the British fans cheering here in the Allerton Stadium at Sheffield as Gary Havelock, those 2 at the back, aren't in the race, but Gary Havelock now is going to take the checkered flag. A tremendous ride by the captain. The Australian in second place is Lee Adams. Third place on the line goes to the man in yellow, Robert Barth. Joachim Kugelmann for Germany, the top scorer for Germany in last year's World Cup Series, and certainly played his part there. Many of the Germans didn't seem too interested in that, Kelvin, last year.
No, they didn't. They don't get a lot of support from their own federation, so let's see what they do this time around.
Away they go, a real flyer for Jason Crump on the inside, but into second place goes Joe Screen, tracking him on the inside, round the outside, and picking up grip is Kugelmann for Germany, but Screen's got work to do and does it again, diving through on the inside. Track conditions not good, but Jason Crump will perfect out front.
Fantastic start from Crumpy, leapt away, was a bike length up immediately. Screeny rode a good first corner, then Kugelman got by him, but then he dived back under him and going into turn 3. And actually Screeny looks like he's got some pace here and putting Crumpy under some pressure.
Jason Crump out front in the red helmet colour. Australia wearing that colour throughout. For blue, it's Great Britain and Joe Screen. Back in third place in white, that's Lucas Drimmel for the Czech Republic. Tail off down the back, Joachim Kugelman, but the challenge is on with a lap and a quarter to go. Joe Screen is going wide and putting the challenge on, but Crumpy holds on and will surely hold this now. Jason Crump in the red helmet colours. Down the back straight he goes, looking fast, furious and certainly classy, that man Jason Crump, to take the checkered flag. Joe Screen now being put under pressure, but should hold on for second place in blue. Just does, but third place in white goes to Lucas Drimmel, and the German Kugelman tails it off for the Czech Republic in the white helmet colours.
What can Lee Richardson do from the inside, Tony? Every race so far has been won from the inside. Looks like it is a significant advantage early on. It's be terrific. It can put one over Ryan Sullivan in this race.
Interesting pattern of starting positions in this format. It seems to meander all over the place.
Yeah.
Early on, the teams in blue and red get the inside starting gates on many occasions. That will change later on.
Well, it could well actually play into the benefit of Australia and England, because the track, certainly the dirt will move wider in the first corner, and gates 3 and 4 could be beneficial later on in the meeting.
This is heat number 4. At the moment, Britain in front with 7 points, Australia 6. The Czech Republic have 4, Germany 1. That's the progressive scoreline. The starting marshal there is Lou Charlesworth, struggling to get up to Tate's the man in white for Hummel Brahel. Our referee tonight, Mick Bates, a former rider from Milden Hall, sitting up above. Away goes our starting marshal. A real flyer there on the inside from Lee Richardson, but in white. The surprise being sprung by Hummel Brahel, who's come across there. Hummel Brahel from gate 4, and now moving into second place is Lee Richardson, and we've a race on our hands here because Brahel knows what he's doing and is stretching his lead.
What a fantastic start from Bo Brahel. He just let the bike run around the first corner, hooked up and he was gone. He looks really fast out front. Lee Richardson did get away pretty well, but at the moment flying Ryan Sullivan isn't flying, and he's back in third place.
Yes, I might have bet against that. Ryan Sullivan in the red helmet colours way back in third. Lee Richardson now putting Hummel Brahel under some pressure out front. Down the back straight they go. A lap and a half to race. Hummel Brahel is going wide. Lee Richardson is chasing him. Sullivan is making no progress at all. And once again, Robbie Kessler, the German, is at the back. Round that top bend they go. The grid is going wide, and Hummel Brahel is reading it exactly right. He's putting under pressure now from Lee Richardson. Can Richardson do it? It's going to be close here, but Hummel Brahel does it in white for the Czech Republic. Their second heat winner of the night in second place in blue there. A good ride by Lee. Sean Wilson for Britain in blue in gate 2, really significant on his home track. Tony Kasper for the Czech Republic goes from gate 3. Another time he's become Czech champion just a couple of weeks ago. And Stefan Mell for Germany goes from the outside. An interesting format here, Kelvin.
Yeah.
Heat 5 will be vital.
Could be a very huge night, and Sean Wilson could have a massive part to play in it.
Heat 5, away goes our starting marshal up by the gates. A real flyer on the inside from Todd Wiltshire, and Sean Wilson caught napping is back in third place. The Czech Tony Kasper second now. The German at the back, Stefan Mell. But what a flyer by Todd Wiltshire, and the challenge in second place now because Sean Wilson is going by his man and could move into second place. A tremendous ride by Sean Wilson to chase the Aussie out front. Todd Wiltshire, another fine race.
Fantastic start from Todd Wiltshire, there's no question about it. Sean Wilson wasn't ready. The tape seemed to go very quickly, but Wiltshire's away. Great ride from Sean Wilson to come around Tony Kasper, but Kasper hasn't given in yet. He's going to keep fighting all the way, but right now Wiltshire's out front and looking very comfortable.
A lap and a half to go. Todd Wiltshire, the Sydney sider, the number 5, the fast skating Australian, goes into the final lap in front. Second place in blue, Sean Wilson, the Sheffield man, racing with the Union Jack on his chest and racing for Great Britain with a vengeance. Down the back straight they go. The Aussies will close the gap by another point here, but Britain will keep going. Todd Wiltshire wins it in red. A tremendous ride by Sean Wilson, coming from third to second. In second place in blue and third in white there. Side, Robbie Kessler for Germany, gate 2. Gary Havelock in the trouble, gate 3. And on the outside for Australia, Jason Lance. That's where the battle's going to be. Sean Wilson said the dirt had moved down. It could test the talents of Havelock and Jason Lance here in this one.
Be interesting to see what Lucas Strimmel can do for the inside, and that gate 3 heavy, what can he do from there?
Starting Marshall moves away up by the taste very, very quickly, and Jason Lance, it is in red, but taken wide he is by the German Robbie Kessler, and now the surprise sees the Czech Lucas Strimmel in front. Kessler for Germany is in second place. Back in third place now is Gary Havelock, and Jason Lance, a real surprise, is right at the back. Although he's making ground, the back two have work to do.
Yeah, Lucas Strimmel, great start from the inside, roared across the first corner to the dirt on the outside. Gary Havelock missed the start from gate 3, but turned back up the inside and nicked that third place, but is coming under a lot of pressure from Jason Lance around the outside.
Work to do for Gary Havelock. Half the race is gone, stretching his lead out front. Lucas Strimmel in the white helmet colour for the Czech Republic. Second place there, the German in yellow, Robbie Kessler. But now Havelock making ground round that top bend. Gary Havelock in the blue helmet colours, holding off the Australian Jason Lance. Surprising in their back, because the Australians have picked up a point in every race so far, but not at the moment. Down the back straight they go, and the Czechs are keeping very much in this meeting, because Lucas Strimmel in the white helmet colours takes the checkered flag now. Just in third place is Gary Havelock, behind the German Robbie Kessler. Away goes our starting marshal once again up by the taste. Mark Laram gets a good start, but so too does Bobra held in white, who then goes wide, and now Mark Laram comes through to the cheers of the Sheffield crowd ahead of Lee Adams. A tremendous ride, but Adams comes back again. It's a ding-dong battle here. The Ram in blue, Adams for Australia in red. In third place in white it's now Bobra held. Right at the back is the German Kugelmann, but the Ram at his very best.
What a fantastic first corner from Mark Laram, at his best indeed. Squeezed by Lee Adams, came under tremendous pressure as they went round the third and fourth corner. But this is Mark Laram at his best, out front, really going racing.
Significantly, the Czech reduced to third place, and this will help Britain's cause indeed. But Mark Laram was the 2000 world champion, and he's shown world championship style here as he goes into the final lap of this 361-metre circuit. Mark Laram in the blue helmet colours, carrying all before him, the balance of the riders behind him, and stretching that lead down the back straight. And Mark Laram in the blue helmet colours, a tremendous ride, a tremendous victory, and the fans are loving this. Lee Adams in second place in red. Third in white, Lee Adams in second place in red. Third in white for the Czech Republic is the very lively Bahamas last heat, but we know Jason Crump is capable of winning for just about any gate position. What a meeting we have here. It may be the World Cup. It is the World Cup.
It's getting good now, isn't it? It's getting really good. No, it's fantastic stuff. Czech Republic certainly aren't here just to make the numbers up. They really are putting their best foot forward. Certainly Brel and Drimmel have looked really good.
Czechs well and truly bouncing here tonight. Heat number 8. There's Jason Crump, the man in the red helmet colours from gate 4 for Australia. Remember, Australia red, Britain are blue. Away they go, 1 and 2. But Crump taken wide there. Man coming through the inside is Alice Drimmel. But round goes the man in blue, Lee Richardson. A tremendous ride for Lee Richardson, who held Jason Crump at bay, took Alice Drimmel in his course, and now Lee Richardson, the commentary rider, is showing his true worth here down that back straight, going wider where there's grip. Crump is now going to go by Drimmel as well. And these two will fight out the final 2 laps.
Superb ride from Lee Richardson on the first lap. They got away from gate 3, which is not favoured at all, and we're seeing a tremendous race for second place at the moment, with Drimmel and Crump really going at it neck and neck, and Crump does it.
Crump goes through into second place, a lap and a quarter to go. Now he'll set out in pursuit of Lee Richardson, but this Sheffield track is living up to expectations, providing some splendid racing, and down the back straight goes Lee Richardson. Once again, it will be the third race won by a Brit tonight. They're doing their team proud, and the man in blue, Lee Richardson, takes the checkered flag. Jason Crump for Australia, second in red. Third in white is Matthias Kroger goes for Germany from gate 2. Ron Sullivan, surprisingly beaten in his first outing into third place, goes from the unfavoured gate 3, although we have seen some people do
Lee Richardson got away from there, didn't he? Did superbly well.
And Joe Screen, of course, goes from the outside. This will be tough.
Yeah, it will be tough, no question about it, but Joe Screen certainly looked up for it in his first ride. Let's see what he can do here against Sullivan.
Away goes the starting marshal, up by the taste very quickly, and it's Topinka that picks it up. Round the outside though goes Joe Screen, and he He comes from just down the road at Chesterfield. They've come here to cheer him, and Joe Screen now is in the lead, going wide, picking up grip, being tracked by Ryan Sullivan. Back in third place is Thomas de Pinker. Sullivan takes in, right at the back is Kruger, but what an effort here. It is British Knight by far. Joe Screen out front.
First corner from Joe Screen, got the bike hooked up, went swooped round the outside. Here we go for second place. Ryan Sullivan through into second place, but no problems for Joe Screen out front at the moment. It really does look like the Great Britain guys have got this track weighed up, Tony.
Interested to watch Joe Screen's line there on your screen, because he's going wider and wider, picking up dirt, picking up grip and picking up speed. Ryan Sullivan with a lap to go isn't done yet. He's just five lengths behind Joe Screen at the moment, but Screen is sticking to his line. Sullivan making ground, but Screen goes away. It's all on the final bend between these front two. Joe Screen for Britain in blue, Ryan Sullivan for Australia in red. Screen is going to hold him off, but just does. In second place in red for Australia, Ryan Sullivan. Third in white is Thomas. Total shows Britain on 21, Australia on 16, the Czech Republic on 14, and Germany on 3. Repeat of heat 5, although they're in different gate positions. This time Sean Wilson goes from the outside. Todd Wiltshire, the Aussie, who won the previous meeting of these four, he goes from the troubled gate 3. On the inside in white is Tony Casper. Stefan Mell for Germany goes from gate 2. The fast starting Todd Wiltshire for Australia is in red and does it once again. Sean Wilson will go round the outside on a track he knows like the back of his hand. He goes by 1, he's going to go by 2 in a minute. The Australian is bolted to the back by Tony Casper, and now Sean Wilson takes on Todd Wiltshire. Wiltshire holds him at bay, which allows Tony Casper to get away. But now
great move from Wiltshire.
Under pressure there. Oh, ding-dong, battle down that back straight.
Fantastic first lap. There are two boys on the inside, Casper and Wiltshire, really battling out, but Wilson's not giving in, trying to generate some speed from the inside track there. But Wiltshire's hit the front, Casper in second. And come on, Sean Wilson, what can he do now?
A reminder, Todd Wiltshire, the Australian, in the red helmet colours. The man in second place in white for the Czech Republic is the latest Czech champion, Tony Casper. Wilson, the Sheffield rider, in third place. A lap and a quarter to go. Can Sean Wilson make progress on Casper? Probably not now, as the racing line moves wider and wider. But look at it! Oh, he nearly made a mistake by Casper, almost allowed him through. Round this top bend, that battle in second place. A tremendous one here. Wilson will have another go, but he can't quite make it, and in red it's won by Todd Wiltshire. Second place in white is Tony Casper. 11 on the inside. Joe Screen for Brit goes from gate 1. Gate 2, Jason Lyons for Australia, who struggled first time out and second time out finished last. Bahumel Brahel for the Czech Republic is going like a bomb and goes from gate 3. Robert Bath goes from the outside, and Kelvin Tatum alongside me. The rain is starting.
It's raining, it's going to make it very greasy on the inside. It could well benefit the guys around the outside in the first corner.
Here they go, almost rolling on the inside. Joe Screen, and it worked for him. He anticipated the start, and Joe Screen for Britain out front, but the man making ground round the outside from the back is Robert Bath. Back in second place, Jason Lyons, struggling on the conditions, but Joe Screen, sometimes talked about as the best all-round motorcyclist in Britain, is benefiting by the conditions and stretching his lead.
Great start from the inside there, Screeny, really making gate 1 there. Tremendous battle here for second place between Robert Bath and Jason Lyons. No quarter being given there. Bath running right round the outside. Tremendous effort there, but Lyons isn't giving in.
It will help Britain if Jason Lyons stays back, but he's gaining a well now, and he will take Bath wide, as we see there. Bath will try and come back on the inside, but neither of them is catching Joe Screen. Robert Bath riding well. Lyons goes by him now on the inside. Tremendous battle into the final lap. They won't catch the immaculate Joe Screen in front of this pair, but they are having a ding-dong battle, and Robert Bath is the better of the German riders at the moment. But Joe Screen looks to be the best of the lot, and Joe Screen is going to win his second race of the night in blue. A brilliant ride by Joe Screen. Second place, a surprise to the Germans ahead of the Australian Jason Lyons in third. To reach 8:20 before a result can be declared here tonight. Work to do for everybody. That man in yellow and black there, Matthias Kruger. The man in the blue helmet colours, Lee Richardson, going for Britain. White in the background there we see Lucas Drimmel. It's getting very, very wet indeed. And the man in red, Lee Adams for the Australians. And Adams, so far, surprisingly, has yet to win a heat in 2 rides. This is heat number 12. Australia's provided the 3 heat winners so far, and away they go. Adams from the outside has work to do, but the Brits are in front again, and Lee Richardson in the blue helmet colour takes them down the back straight. Moving into second place is Lee Adams for Australia. For Germany in third place, Matthias Kruger in the yellow helmet colours. In white back at the rear is Lucas Drimmel, but look at Lee Richardson. What a ride he's having here. We've seen him many times on Sky, but he almost went into the fence there.
Yeah, absolutely world-class first lap there from Lee Richardson. Got away from gate 2, his bike's working really well, and he's right round the outside, sticking his back wheel in the grip there. Lee Adams really has got no answer for that at all, and we saw this last week, Tony, that this guy really is coming of age this season.
Well, he's picked up his line now for that first lap. It was almost a question of wall of death round the boards, but he's going wide now. He's going into the dry dirt, cutting back now inside to hold off with a lap to go. The Australian Lee Adams, work to do now, but going wide again is Lee Richardson. He's all over the track. He cuts back inside. He leaves Adams for dead there down that back straight. They're slowing up now. Conditions are appalling, but certainly the victory is sweet for Lee Richardson in blue for Britain. Second in red for the Australians is Lee Adams, and third in white for the Czech Republic is Mark Ram, gate 2, Thomas Topinka, Jason Crump for gate 3 on the outside of yellow, Robin Kessler, totally left at the tapes Topinka, but another flyer by Mark Ram. He's heading Jason Crump in red.
Stop it, Tony.
Yes, the referee has stopped it. An unsatisfactory start. He will get them back. I'm sure he will believe that something went wrong in the starting gate.
Joke a little bit later.
We'll see what happens. He's 13. Unlucky for some. Mark Ram again gets a flyer on the inside. Jason Crump is boxed into last place at the moment, and that's a surprise. Down the outside in yellow goes Robbie Kessler on a track very familiar to him. Crump in the red helmet colours for Australia moves into third place. Ram goes wider and wider, but still leads at the end of the first lap, and Ram is having a brilliant night. If he can hold it here, Britain would be well and truly in command.
Fantastic first lap from Mark, makes that gate 1 work for him. Really smart around the first corner like Lee Richardson. Now he's moved out to the dirt right by the fence, making it work for him. Kessler in second place there, holding Jason Crump at bay. Crumpy seems to be struggling with conditions at the moment.
Mark Ram certainly not struggling out front. These two are battling here. The man in yellow, Robbie Kessler, holding off one of the world's best, Jason Crump, in second place with a lap and a quarter to go. These two are really battling, but Mark Ram is way out in front. In white, Thomas Topinka trying to make ground, but Mark Ram is stretching his lead down that back straight. But these two in picture here, in yellow, Robbie Kessler. Crump has another go, desperate for the points. The crowd are going wild with the racing they're getting here, but Mark Ram is going to win this, and Mark Ram continues as Crump is beaten into third place by Robbie Kessler, who's changed something there to make it even. This scoreline now shows Britain way out in front on 31, Australia 23, the Czech Republic 17, and Germany 7. And on the inside for Germany. Gary Havelock, the British captain, goes from gate 2. It's Alice Drimmel for the Czechs, gate 3. Ron Sullivan goes from the outside.
Sullivan has been out of sorts so far tonight, hasn't he? Hasn't looked like his normal self, struggling with conditions, can't find the grip off the starts. Let's see what Gary can do this time off of gate 2.
Well, they're all leaving the jokers, the tacticals later. The mathematics are going to get complicated, but they all come in. The tapes fly up, and again, Gary Havelock will start. Look on the outside, Sullivan round the outside, and Havelock picks it up and still holds him off. Gary Havelock in the blue helmet colours for Britain. Round the outside goes Ron Sullivan in red. Another battle back in third place. Alice Drimmel at the back in yellow. Krugerman for the Germans, but now a good ride by Ron Sullivan, who heads Gary Havelock.
Yeah, super start from Sullivan, but just got caught out. Havelock went right around the inside, but he got a lot of speed down the back straight. Sullivan hung it right on the fence and just generated enough speed, and right now it looks like Gary settled for second place. Conditions are deteriorating, it really is difficult, but fair play to the riders, they're holding up well.
I wonder if the Brits have got a strong enough lead, a big enough lead now. Down that back straight goes Ron Sullivan, and Ron Sullivan stretches it out. Ahead of him, second place, Gary Havelock. Havelock in the blue helmet colours would hold on for that second place in front of Alice Drimmel, and they are stretching out. Very little overtaking in this. A shape processional heat 14, about the only heat we've had like this. That's the distance between second and third in your screens. But that man there, Ron Sullivan in the red helmet colours, he takes the checkered flag down by some distance from Gary Havelock in blue for Britain. In third place in white is Alice Drimmel for the in white gate 2. In third place in white is Alice Drimmel for the in white gate 2. Sean Wilson on his home track as the rain pours down, goes in blue for Britain. Todd Wiltshire on the outside from gate 4, but Todd Wiltshire, the way he gates, If he gets into the lead on this circuit, well, he can hold it.
Yeah, he could do. I just wondered whether the Aussies might just have thrown the joker in. Don't guarantee with this weather that we're going to get to 24. It might well be that the manager might well have decided to have a go now, but maybe he's waiting till heat 20.
Well, heat 15 this is. Remember, they've got to complete 5 more for this to count. Up by the tapes and away they go. Wiltshire gets a flyer on the outside, but will skid wide. Coming through on the inside in white is Tony Casper. The Brit in second place is Sean Wilson. There's no space at all. Wilson holds him off. Wiltshire will go wide. At the back, Stephen Mell is way out of his depth in this one. But Wiltshire, a battle, 1, 2, 3. He stays on, it'll be a miracle.
Unbelievable move from Wiltshire. How he stayed on the bike round the outside, and as they entered the first turn for the second time, Tony Casper couldn't believe he had one side and Wilson the other. Fantastic racing.
Wow, what a night we're having here. Going through the inside, Sean Wilson is cheered on by the Sheffield fans. It's Todd Wiltshire in red for Australia. Sean Wilson, the home rider in the blue helmet colours, is going for Sheffield. A lap and a bit to go. Wiltshire stretches it now into the final lap. Wilson may be content to hang on and not court danger, I'm sure, but down the back straight now. Todd Wiltshire has won heat 5, he's won heat 10, and now he looks like winning heat 15. As we predicted, it's crucial for the Aussies. Wiltshire's performance here tonight, but in the red helmet colours, Todd Wiltshire heads home. The man in blue for Britain is Sean Wilson. Back in third place in white is Tony. Heat 16 and away we go on the inside in yellow. The German Robbie Kessler cutting through on the inside for Britain. It's Joe Screen yet again. The Australian Lee Adams in the red helmet colours is now coming up the inside. Another fantastic race under appalling conditions, but Kelvin Tatum, Joe Screen is looking brilliant.
Fantastic first corner from Joe Screen. Kessler made a mistake there. He went far too wide, allowed all the track for everybody else to get underneath him. But Screening, and Lee Adams has got to the front.
Lee Adams squeezed inside Joe Screen, but Screen will come again. Perhaps, well, he must be very, very careful. But he's there, Joe Screen, with half the race to go. Joe Screen heads Lee Adams of Australia, and if it carries on like this, the Australians face competing on Thursday in Peterborough and not straight through to the final. The Brits would go there, but Joe Screen with a lap and a quarter to go, the man in the blue helmet colours, is going to extend Great Britain's lead in this one. Lee Adams in second place for Australia. The German in yellow is Robbie Kessler in third place. Alice Drimmel is tailed off in the back. They're going slower and slower. There's more and more water on the track, but Joe Screen isn't worried about that, and Joe Screen is going to win his third race of the night. Joe Screen takes it in blue for Britain. In red for Australia, that's Lee Adams. Tactical substitute for the Germans. He doesn't get double points. He comes in because they're more than 6 behind. Thomas Topinka for the Czech Republic, gate 3, and Lee Richardson, the Brit who faces the challenge, goes from the outside.
Pressure on Lee Richardson again. We've seen him respond so well to pressure, and it could well be Robert Barton also keep an eye on him.
On the inside, away goes Ron Sullivan, but Lee Richardson is doing the business, and Lee Richardson once again picking that wide bit of the track, will cut through on the inside. He's gone through like a knife through butter as Lee Richardson, but coming back well is Ron Sullivan. It's a ding-dong battle here, and Sullivan is skidding all over the place with Richardson in pursuit.
Fantastic first corner from Lee Richardson, but wily old Ryan Sullivan, he wasn't going to give it, and tucked back up the inside again, keeping his left foot down, trying to spray water, anything in his Lee Richardson's way. But right now it looks like the tactical joker's coming to fruition.
Yes, they're going to make it count with a vengeance, because this will count 6 points for this man, Ron Sullivan, in front in the red helmet colours for Australia. They're allowed to do it because they're 6 or more points behind. They can count double, they could do it only once, but Ron Sullivan is going to have just a lap to go to clinch those valuable 6 points and put his team back in contention ahead of Lee Richardson, who's doing his bit in second place, and the Brits are continuing to flourish because there'll only be a 4-point advantage here to Australia in this one, and that won't be enough to put them in the lead. The checkered flag beats Ron Sullivan in red for double points. Lee Richardson second place in blue gets 2 points. Third in white is Thomas. Impressive totals now take Great Britain on to 40. Australia 3 points behind on 37. The Czech Republic have 20 and the Germans have 8. Beau Brahel at the moment, of course, had a win early on, and Beau Brahel, one of the more impressive Czech riders tonight. But certainly here, as our starting marshal goes away, Brahel gets just the start he wants to. Could this help? Round the outside in blue goes Gary Havelock, but packing it in second place is Jason Crump. Havelock will have to challenge Crump now. The Australians are pecking away at that British lead, and anything can happen. Right at the back in yellow is Matthias Kruger, but Crump now riding safe and stretching his lead, getting into the front and challenging Beau Brahel. Brahel goes wide. Coming through in second place is Gary Havelock, but Brahel continues to go wide and will try to go round Jason Crump.
Tremendous ride here from Jason Crump up the inside, but Brahel hasn't given in. He's plugging away around the outside, but I think in this corner it's just too far to go. But Crumpy put a lot of pressure on Brahel at the end of that first lap and squeezed by, but Brahel's now decided he's going to give that best and has tucked back on the inside.
If it stays like this, there'll be just 1 point between the Brits and the Australians. Britain will be one in front, but Crump's going to take the heat victory with a lap to go. The Brit is Gary Havelock back in third place, split by Beau Brahel, who gets double points here as the Czechs try to get in contention and will look for that highest third place possibly. The points could be valuable, but round that top bend goes Jason Crump in the red helmet colours. Forget the time, it's a speedway race under appalling conditions, and Jason Crump wins it. In second place in white is Beau Brahel. Third in blue for the Brits there is from the inside. Robert Barth for Germany goes from gate 2 in yellow. Mark Aram, the Brit, from gate 3, not exactly a favoured gate. On the outside, Lucas Drimmel in white goes for the Czech Republic.
Such a lottery now at this stage, isn't it? You know, with the rain falling, the track slippery, Tony, anything could happen out there, and it's so close, so close.
Well, they got some pretty big swimming bars in Sheffield. This is the biggest one here tonight. British Championship held in this city. Away goes Ron Sullivan on the inside. Martin Aram's going to mount the challenge. He can come through. He's slightly squeezed there.
Oh,
round the outside. He goes down
tight.
at the back.
That was tight.
So, real problem for Lucas Drimmel, I think, at the back, tumbling there into the fence.
Yeah.
And our referee may have to stop this. They can't get Lucas Drimmel off the circuit, and conditions are now getting dangerous. Our referee is Mick Bates, who's a Brit.
Sullivan's out front. Loram looks, bump. Does give him a bit of a nudge there. There's no question that he does just give him a nudge, but to be quite honest, conditions were conducive to Drimmel going down. I don't think if it was raining so hard that Drimmel would have gone down.
Is the restart of Heat 19. The conditions absolutely appalling. Away on the inside in red goes Ron Sullivan. Martin Aram will try and cut back on the inside. He's back in third place. This will be enough to put the Australians back in front. Water coming out as they splash down that back straight, but Ron Sullivan is being very, very careful. Martin Aram will have work to do there. At the moment, Martin Aram trying to come through. The German in second place at the moment is Robert Barth. Appropriate under these conditions.
Absolutely, but Barth's not doing us any favours at all. We desperately need him to get out of the way. Loram needs to get past Robert Barth if he can. Sullivan's flown the nest. He's out front. He's doing his job, and at the moment, Mark's really trying desperately.
Oh! I wonder if Britain's hopes have tumbled out with that, and I just wonder, with Martin Aram on the track, the referee stopping that. Conditions
that is a desperate crash there. That's a desperate crash. He's hit the fence halfway down the straight. He collided with Robert Barth as he came out of that fourth corner. And I must say that really did look a very nasty accident. He went headfirst into the fence. Fine. Robert Barth doesn't do anything wrong, but Mark's desperately trying to wave. He knows how important. There we see the front wheel. Any moment will clip the back. There the two tyres off the high side. No chance. He's off the side of the bike, and he goes in headfirst here. Bang! Into the fence. That really is a horrific accident. We see it again. Robert Barth just pulls a little bit of a locker. He's trying to defend that second place. Mark's desperately looking for. There we see the front wheel touch his back wheel, throws him off the high side. He's tucked in behind the bike, and he slides in headfirst into the fence. The bike catches up in the wire mesh.
Saw him hit actually the pillar of the starting gate, I think, as he came off, and he tumbled against the fence. I think we can see it here. I think he collided straight with that pillar.
Oh, he certainly does. And
wins this, Australia will lead Britain by 2 points. Away they go, and Ron Sullivan is in front, but Lucas Drimmel, the man in the white helmet colours, could put him under pressure, and is now doing so. The German Robert Barth is right at the back, and look at the water coming up, but Ron Sullivan seems to show that he can ride in just about any conditions, and Ron Sullivan in the red helmet colours ends lap 1 with some considerable advantage. This is the session.
Well, I'm not surprised at all, Tony. He's got he's got fresh air in front of him. He's got no water spray coming out of him. Made a good start from gate 1. Lucas Drimmel got round Robert Barth, and to be honest, I'm absolutely amazed how well the riders are getting round at the moment.
Well, they're going very, very well, and that man, Ron Sullivan, in front, the spray coming out of the back, and the back, well, all sorts of things are happening. The German Bart is almost into the fence. In second place, Lucas Drimmel will pick up 2 points for the Czech Republic. There's just over a lap to go, and then one more race probably before this meeting ends. Ron Sullivan goes into the last lap in front. This will give the Australians a 2-point lead with probably one race to go. Down the back straight goes Ron Sullivan. It's not fast, but it is meticulous, and Ron Sullivan in the red helmet colours, a hero for the Australians here as they move into the lead. Ron Sullivan takes 3 race points, second place in white to Lucas Drimmel, 2 race points, and into the fence goes Lucas Drimmel. Aggregate now shows Australia 43, Great Britain 41, the Czech Republic 26 and Germany 9. But
I'm sure that there'll be someone they'll toss a coin or they'll do something to decide a result. But we've got so far that certainly the pressure's on the England rider here, and England have done a great job. Great Britain rather done a great job tonight to put Australia under so much pressure.
Well, the Australians needed the joker to do it, and they pulled it when it mattered through Ron Sullivan. There are the British riders having a look. That's Gary Hablot, the team captain, looking on at the action in the pouring rain. Sean Wilson, a key man on the inside, but Wilson holds off Tom Wiltshire, and Wiltshire's going wide. Sean Wilson comes through. Wiltshire's in third place, but Wiltshire goes through into second place, and now the battle is joined at the front. Todd Wiltshire will need to stay on. Sean Wilson on his home track is in the lead, and Todd Wiltshire almost comes on there as he lifts. Around they go, the man in blue, that is Sean Wilson. In red in second place is Todd Wiltshire. The German Kessler going with double points, but look at the battle out front.
Oh, fantastic first lap from Sean Wilson. Oh, down goes Robbie Kessler. Wiltshire, I can't believe Wilshire's putting so much pressure onto Sean Wilson. He only has to stay there and they're through. But the red light's on.
Well, the referee
They're going to have to do it all again, Tony.
The referee has to stop that one. I wonder how. Remember, the Australians need to just finish and get 1 point to have a share of the spoils. But if Wilson wins it and Wiltshire were third, we could face a ride-off. Nobody wants that. Away goes our starting marshal. Wilson gets the start he wanted, cheered on by the local fans. Wiltshire doesn't need to take any risks, surely. He doesn't need to at all. The man at the back pulling up. All Wiltshire has to do is to ride round now. But Sean Wilson will keep Britain in the hunt. They will go to the race-off on Thursday if it stays like this. But anything can still happen. 1 lap gone.
Yeah, very good start again from Sean Wilson. Did his part, but Todd Wiltshire got away. Tony Casper doesn't really look that interested. The only hope for us now is if Todd Wiltshire's bike fails on the last 2 laps.
Well, I don't think it's going to happen. Half the race is gone. Sean Wilson in front. Todd Wiltshire in second place will be enough to give the Australians victory here tonight, and the holders of the World Cup will be through to Saturday's final. Wiltshire lifts a little bit. Wilson keeps it down. Sean Wilson, the home rider, has a lap and a quarter to go, and Sean Wilson has pulled up a few trees here tonight. Sean Wilson goes into the final lap. Todd Wiltshire tracking him in the red helmet colour there. The rain, the spray is all over the place here.
Wilson's stopping. Wilson's stopping.
Wilson is stopping, and Todd Wiltshire's going to win this. Todd Wiltshire is going to win it in red, and Todd Wiltshire wins all 3. Second place goes to the man in white, and Sean Wilson perhaps got the ignition problems that Kelvin Tatum alongside me was wishing upon Todd.
Australia on 46 points, Great Britain on 42. Good decision by the sound that they're going to have to force it through the jury meeting, of course, for the Czech Republic on 28 points at this moment in time. But it looks like third place men might be taken from Heat 20 in the subsequent races tomorrow and from Eastbourne on Tuesday. But we'll talk about that in a moment. Germany on just 9 points.